Finally, this fight is here. Elmantas Stanionis versus Jaron Boots Ennis. I've been wanting to speak about this since it's been announced, and I thought, why not talk about it right now? Because there's a bit to unpack about this situation. First and foremost, let's just stick to the basics. This is a unification fight, WBA versus IBF champion. Let's read this little article that I found out there in the YouTube interviewing streets. Jaron Ennis ready to make his mark versus Elmantas Stanionis. Jaron Boots Ennis will have the biggest bout of his career in a unification bout versus Elmantas Stanionis. The big fight Jaron Boots Ennis had been desperately seeking is finally set to come to fruition. Ennis, the IBF welterweight champion, will face the toughest test of his career when he fights WBA welterweight champion Elmantas Stanionis on April the 12th at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Ennis, 33-0, 29 KOs, knows the task at hand in facing a fellow undefeated welterweight champion, but also believes that April the 12th will be an opportunity not just to cement his standing as the best guy at 147 pounds, but one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He's a good fighter, Ennis told YSM Sports Media, but it's time for me to make my mark and step on him. Boots has only gone to a decision twice since his 10th pro fight in early 2017, with both instances coming in his two bouts against Karen Jukatsian. Still, Ennis pitched a shutout in their first meeting on January the 7th, 2023, and he won in one-sided fashion again in the rematch on November the 9th, 2024. Stanionis, 15-0, 19 KOs, has only fought once since April 2022, a split decision victory over Raksav Butiev. A large portion of Stanionis' recent inactivity has come from multiple bouts against Virgil Ortiz being cancelled due to health issues on the latter's behalf. In his last fight on May the 4th, 2024, Stanionis won a unanimous decision victory over the previously undefeated Gabriel Maestre. Ennis and Stanionis have been searching for the big fight since cementing themselves as two of the best welterweights in the world. Now they'll both get their chance in one of the best fights that could be made in boxing between undefeated champions. That's the end of the article. So, how did we get here? These two are fighting now to unify the division. At the end of the day, Ennis went to Matchroom early. He got the IBF title when Terence Crawford moved up, and that's how Stanionis got his title as well. He got the title when Terence Crawford moved up in weight. So both of them have never fought/be an active champion, which is essentially what they're both trying to do right now. The fight was offered to Stanionis before, but he didn't like the money. But it seems like the situation has come to a head where he has now had to fight one of Eddie Hearn's fighters anyway. Because, okay, you're not taking that fight, now you have to fight your mandatory. Who is his mandatory? A young man by the name of Shakram Gayasev, who happens to also be signed to Matchroom. So, whichever way you look at it, you're fighting a Matchroom fighter. You either fight your mandatory for a lot less than you would have got if you fought Boots, or for the Boots offer that you were given, or you turn around and fight Boots and unify, which obviously he's done. Before he was saying, I don't want to fight Boots in his hometown because he's got home court advantage. Okay, they've made it in Atlantic City now. Okay? Your inactivity because waiting for Virgil Ortiz was your own fault, because you could have had a whole heap of different fights at that time. You wasn't champion at that time. You could have had a whole heap of different fights instead of waiting for Virgil Ortiz to get healthy. You waited for the one fight, you got broke and had to move back to your mom's house in Lithuania, and now you come back and happened to get yourself in position by winning a trinket of the WBA, which then put you in line to get this WBA title. But with that happening, you were inactive. So now you haven't had the same amount of activity that Boots has had. So Boots is a lot more prepared than you are. For me, Boots wins this fight by knockout. They fight the same type of style. Boxer puncher. But who's the better boxer puncher? I believe Boots is. He's yet to prove it. This will be his stiffest test, apparently. We'll see. It's yet to be seen if it's going to be his stiffest test. People discredit his wins over Karen Chukatsian as though Karen Chukatsian is someone who gets beaten up all the time. People were expecting Boots to just knock him out. I'll have you know that Karen Chukatsian was unbeaten when he first fought Boots. And then obviously his second defeat has come against Boots as well. And both of them were shutout victories. But yet people still discredit the victory, saying Boots should have knocked him out, Boots should have done better, Boots struggled. He didn't struggle at all. He just had to face a style where his opponent was determined to not get knocked out. And also himself wanted to win the fight. So with that being said, for me, Karen Chukatsian has been his toughest test so far. And I don't think Stanionis will be as tough a test as Karen Chukatsian. I believe it will be a very entertaining fight because both fighters are coming to fight. Both are coming to get the knockout. I just believe that Boots will wear him down. I believe he's better skilled. He's got better nuances, better movement than what I've seen from Stanionis. Plus, even though a lot of his 33 wins have been not the best opponents, it's still a lot more pro experience than Stanionis. So for me, I've got Boots winning this by knockout. I only actually done this video just to say Boots has now got what he wants, because Virgil Ortiz and them lot are trying to discredit him, saying that he should come up here and fight him. What's the point of doing that when he's a champion where he is? You're telling me that he should give up his belts to come and fight you because the money's better, where he can make a legacy by becoming a welterweight undisputed champion, which is legacy more so than money. The money comes anyway with the legacy. So anyway, Elmantas Stanionis versus Jaron Boots Ennis Unification bout WBA IBF April the 12th, Atlantic City. Let's go. I'll see you guys in the next video.